Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to paint this parking light lens. This is a clear lens off a Hyundai Sonata 2009, 2010. This project can work in any vehicle. If you have a clear lens on your headlight, for mine's sake right here, took it out of my headlight. This is an old headlight. This is damaged. I pretty much butchered this headlight. I really don't care because all I really care about is the components that you see here. And this one we're gonna frost this. And what? We're gonna frost it in this rust-oleum frosted glass. This right here gives it a nice hue. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. This headlight I made about 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe more, maybe like 4 years ago. So that is the end of it. That's how it looks. So you can have your headlight hidden. You don't see any light bulbs, and depending on your application, if you're using LED bulbs or you're using what are they, the tubes, it's like a plexiglass tube, so you're trying to hide it so that at night when you turn on the lights, you don't actually see the light bulb, or you don't see the orb source coming from your housing. So that is how the end of the project will look. So let's go ahead and start painting. Now, before you start painting, make sure that the lens is clear, it's clean. Use a lint-free cloth to wipe it down, or use an air gun to remove any residue that's on that lens. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna give it a nice first light coat. Don't go too crazy. Shake the can. That's it. That's the first light coat that I do. I do 4 coats just to give it that dark gray. I was looking for a white version to give it that pure white, but I haven't come across that type of paint. But this right here, this company, Rust-Oleum, they make some nice products. So I'm just gonna go ahead with that one because I did it the first time and it came out great. So I'm gonna let that dry for a good, say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna give it another coat. 4 coats altogether. Once you did the 4 coats on top, you're gonna flip it over, wait until it dries, and then you're gonna flip it over and do the other 4, just to give it that dark gray look, that smoke frosted look. Second coat. Third coat. So now I'm gonna do 1 more coat, and then when that dries, I'm gonna flip it over. All right, so I just finished doing the 4th coat, waiting for that to dry so I can flip it over and do another 4 coats on the inside of the parking light lens. But now let's take a look at the parking light housing. This, I made a hole here. This is from an old style headlight that I had. I want to talk about this part right here. Mind the hole, don't worry about that. Let's talk about this. I wanted to discuss a mistake that I did. I mean, it was not a mistake because it still worked well, but I wanted to illuminate better. So this originally is chrome. What I did is back then, this is like 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, I decided to frost the chrome. Don't do that. Reason why is because, well, I think something just came out. That's a flake. Well, there you go. Another reason why you don't want to frost the chrome. It'll flake. But that's not the main reason. The main reason why you do not want to paint the chrome reflector of your parking light lens is because when you have the frosting lens on this, and if you decide to paint this black or just frost it, what's going to happen is that once you have this all covered and you decide to put your light bulb inside, if it's the halogen or if it's the LED or LED strips, whatever you plan on doing, what's going to happen is that it won't illuminate properly because you decided to frost or paint the chrome. You want to keep it chrome on the inside so that when you do have the LED, it reflects through the whole chrome and it gives it a brighter look. Because if you do not do that and decide to paint it, then what's going to happen is you're going to either see the light bulb, or when you turn on your light bulb, your headlight, that parking light, you're going to see that orb more brighter on that area just because there's nothing else to reflect. It's not giving that, the chrome is not there to illuminate it brighter. I hope that makes sense. So please do not paint the chrome parking light housing, okay? So I should give it another 2-3 more minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over. All right, so I just did the first coat on the inside. 4 coats is what you're gonna need. They have to be light. The reason why you're gonna have to do it light on the inside is because if you notice, the lens is round. And if you're gonna decide to do a heavy coat on the first or second and say to yourself, you know what, I just need 2 coats, I'm gonna do it heavy, you're gonna come through a problem here. Because it's round, the heavy coat's gonna drip. And then you're gonna have drip paint mark in this area right here. So don't do that. Just do light coats, 4 coats, and you're good. That's all you need. All right, so I just finished doing the 3rd coat on this, on the inside of the lens. Something that I failed to mention is that do 2 coats this way, and then the last 2 coats go around this way. So at least you're getting all the angles and edges that you couldn't get when you were on the other side. 4th coat. All right, guys, so this is the end result here. You're looking at the clear parking lens. I used rust-oleum frosted glass to give it that nice frosted sheen look. It looks a lot better than clear lens. Now you're able to hide your bulb or hide your LEDs onto the parking light housing, and it's going to illuminate a lot brighter and much more smoother. And now for this right here, it's going to be in another video. I'm going to take apart some of the housing on the low beam and the high beam, and I'm going to paint it. So it's going to be some high modified headlights. So stick around, subscribe to my channel if you want to see how this is going to look. All right, guys, thanks for watching.